Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday at about 1:37 p.m. So I am here. This is a Siren sermon on junk food and justice. Okay? Don't pay me any mind. I'm kind of looking at my notes right here. And I'm going to be going over a few things. One of the things that gets to me is when people are genuine bees, we'll say that. Okay, and they're worried about fasting and detoxing and the things that they put in their bodies. But they don't think that their nasty personalities have anything to do with the insides of their bodies. They also don't think that the environment, mental environment, the programs, the scare tactics it's like they see the forest they can't see the forest for the trees. The fish are in their eye, they don't see it. Okay? Let me say this clearly. You are not the food you eat. You're not. You are not the shame that is stuck to it. Think about all these foods that we cannot eat. I am 52 years old, and I have slowly watched so many things come off the menu. To the point I'm just like, what people want me eating? And people go, we're not just talking about junk food, and I'm okay with junk food. Be clear on it. But we're not just talking about junk food. We're talking about all foods. There's a move out there against broccoli. There's a move out there against cabbage, against rice. There's a move obviously out there against meat. There's a move out there against fish. There's a move out there against chicken. There's a move out there against so many foods, against fruits, different fruits, okay? You are not the sin some colonizer priest whispered into your grandmother's fridge. Someone has decided that the old foods, or the foods that we used to eat, I would say about 40, 50 years ago, are not okay anymore. But you are the rhythm. Human beings are the rhythm, right? The radiance, the real reason that sugar trembles when you laugh too loud in a sundress. Like, when you are super happy, other things respond. When you're super sad, other things respond too. Your joy is not a reward for deprivation. Okay, let me say that again. Because you decide to fast, being joyful is not a reward because of the fasting. You just chose not to eat. Okay, there are going to be some benefits, and you may be joyful for it. But at the end of the day, there has to be something said for not having food in your system, for not having the satisfying joy that comes from eating something you really like to eat, that the world has all of a sudden, or of recent, demonized and decided is no good for you, like a really good cheeseburger. I'm from Philadelphia, a cheesesteak. Okay, a pretzel, a tasty cake, water ice, okay, like, and I said water, okay, all right, man. Your fullness, you're being satisfied, you're being like numb, like you had something good to eat. That's not a mistake. That's not a mistake. Your softness, and wanting to sit down and have those joyous moments where you are having fresh baked rolls with butter slathered on them. That's not a sin. That's not a sin. Eat up. Not because you're starving, but because you're sovereign. Do you understand that you can speak blessings over anything you put in your body? You put human beings in your body, and they come with some of the most toxicity that any of us have ever experienced. Okay? That bag of Doritos that you want to get at the store, that you already got sitting on your table or in your lap or sitting next to you on the couch as you watch this video, that bag of Doritos is not your villain. Sour cream and onion, potato chips for me, nacho cheese Doritos, a little Cool Ranch. But I also love a really fresh, good fried chip, okay? It's not the villain. The villain is the voice that said your softness was the price of your worth. That said you could not exist. You were worth nothing unless you gave it over. Oh, you're not going to hand the softness over? You're not going to hand these good moments over? These moments outside in the sun with fresh lemonade that has been sweetened to perfection? Which means it's not sugar-free, honey. Nobody wants to drink lemon juice with ice on it. Some people do. But some people actually want some lemonade. They want a Charlie Palmer. They want a good iced tea. A good sweet iced tea. What people call it diabetes tea. Hey, people like that. Okay? The villain is the system that taxed your joy, but never tithed to your magic. What's the tax on your joy? All them days you spend at work. All those hours off work that a boss is still calling you and you are answering the daggone phone. How about that? Or they're emailing you and you're responding. You off work. They don't care if you're happy or not. They didn't tie to your magic. And magic generally comes out in some type of joyous form for every single person, every sovereign being on this planet. Satisfaction, joy, happiness, love. We can continue with the adjectives, okay? You, beloved, are the mother of every meal and every miracle. When I say mother, that applies to everybody, so don't hit me with that. Eat up your food. Eat up. Eat like someone who is home in their body again. You know how you look at some people and sometimes you'll see them and they just look like their skin feels good in a sundress, like they're sitting in their fat. And these are not one of these people that are fat, but they've got some fat like around their arms. They're actually quite in shape people, wearing a nice size, something that is very okay in a two-piece at the beach or in a Speedo. But they're not restricted. They're not rigid. You can see it. It emanates from inside of them. It literally radiates. There's a certain amount of softness and a certain amount of just, I'm comfortable in my skin that radiates off of these people, right? Eat like someone who is home in your body again. Eat like the throne is at your table. And you are the person who sits on the throne. Eat like you were never meant to beg for permission to feel good about a meal. Or to feel good, period. Joy is justice. Pleasure is protest right now. In the world we live in? Yes, it is. Y'all see everything going on the news right now. And you best believe the siren in all of us does not fast to be more palatable for pirates who are on the seas trying to steal her booty. Trying to steal her riches, her trunk, her treasures. To every girl or divine feminine, I'm keeping it there, who hid chips in her hoodie in the little drawer next to your bed. You got a little container of snacks at the job. Come forth. Okay? The sovereign table is set. Okay? To every healer who was hungry while helping someone. And and you're not a vegan, and this is not against the vegan community. And somebody came after all of that healing you did and brought you a vegan dish. Sit down. I've been waiting for you, baby. Sit down. Okay? To every high siren who thought, to every high siren who thought she had to earn her sweetness. You're already sweet, okay? And sweetness doesn't look like someone who is depriving themselves, okay? We rise not because we're thinner, but because we're truer. We are honoring our insides. And our insides are saying, yo, I'm hungry. Can you come feed me? And sometimes the right flavor, the right thing that goes with different things is not curated down to no fat, no carbs, and the quickest time it can move through your body so that you're going to the bathroom. It's not like that. In your deep internal self, you know you're hungry. A lot of people are hungry. And they're not just hungry for food, but the basic process of denying yourself the satisfaction and joy that comes from eating something you actually like, that the rest of the world has decided is demonized, takes your crown. And it makes you hold inside yourself in some of your deepest, darkest places, things that you would never admit to people, which is that you're daggone hungry. Those who know I'm talking to you, you know I'm talking to you. So this ain't no plus size or thin message. This is a message. Okay? I want you to go out this Sunday. And I want you to remember, you are sealed in the power of depth. You are sealed in the power of knowing that internally you are hungry and it is time to feed yourself. And once you do that, you will be wearing your crown, your flame that you're meant to wear. Again, as you go out this Sunday, eat up, because we got stuff to heal. Enjoy your Sunday, everyone. Peace.